Hey, good morning. Chuck here at Apple Drains. Let's go ahead and set up a Zoeller M53 called a Mighty Mate. This comes with a 3-year warranty. This is probably the best 1/3 of a horsepower pump on the market. I mean, there's lots of good pumps, but this one's really reliable. So inside your box, you've got a warranty and instruction manual. It's important to fill that out. Let's take a look at this pump so you can understand it. This is what we call, a single pole float. In other words, as water rises inside this sump basin, this water level comes up and it kicks on the float. As water level goes down, the float turns the pump off. This is a great system. Pumps that have a float that swings up on the side, water level has to rise clear up here before it kicks on. You can see the difference. Water level's only rising a few inches before that pump kicks on. Definitely, they all work good, don't get me wrong, but this one is probably a little bit better of a system. So to set up your pump, you need a couple of things. This is a male threaded 1.5" adapter, and this simply screws into the port right here. Just get your threads lined up and screw it in hand tight as you can make it. Good. Next, you need some PVC cement. I like to use an Oatly product. This is just, they have colors. This is orange, red or orange, either one. It's a medium bond. What we're going to do is we're going to take a small piece of PVC. I've already cut it. We just want to get above this bar because we want to get the check valves going on next. We don't want the check valve to interfere with the float. So we're going to go ahead and glue that up. Good amount of glue. Push, twist, and hold. That's already set. Check valves, they only allow water to flow one direction. So in other words, once the water comes out of the pump and comes up and discharges out, we don't want that water to come back and spin the impeller backwards. It has a little arrow on it that tells you the direction of flow. You probably can't see it, but when you see your check valve, you'll see there is some type of marking that tells you this is the direction of water flow. It comes with no hub bands, stainless steel clamps. So what we want to do, make sure your arrow is pointing in the right direction, upwards. And then we want to go ahead and secure our no hub. A good, a good handy-dandy drill, 5/16 inch bit, tightens that thing right up. The discharge clamp will actually hook up when we put the pipe out through the sump basin. So this thing's ready to go. There's one last thing that you need to do, and that's to drill a 3/16 inch hole between the port and the check valve. This acts as a pressure relief. However, Zoeller actually builds it into theirs. There's a pressure relief right there, but they still recommend that you go ahead and drill a hole in the side of it. So the pump's actually set up and ready to go. So the pump's ready to go. I mean, that's all there is to setting up that pump. Next, I'm going to go ahead and change out my 5/16 inch bit to a 1/2 inch drill bit, because what we're going to do is we're going to drill holes in our pit. Remember, this is going in the backyard on this job, and we want water to be able to perk into the sump pit. We're going to surround it with gravel, but because we're here in Florida, what we're going to do is we're going to line this with a geofabric so that no sand can get in, but we are going to perforate it. A good drill bit makes this really easy. That's really all there is to that. Now, if you think about groundwater, this is that grade. In other words, this is the level of the grass right here. And so any groundwater that's rising up, as it comes up into the ground, this height begins to flow into the pit. I mean, it's up here, it's going to come into the pit too. We want to catch that groundwater because that's usually the problem underneath of a slab of a concrete home here in Florida. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Next, we need a good hacksaw. We're going to cut off one of these nipples because that's going to be where we bring the water from the yard into the pit. Easier to turn it upside down and cut it off. So our pit is really ready to go. So let's kind of review. Let's go ahead and set our pump down in the pit. If you think about, this is really a simple project, you guys. If you think about water out in the yard, we've got a low spot over here in the yard that's got water. We need to collect that water and bring it over to the sump pit, and the pump's going to lift it up and send it out. We can collect it all kinds of ways. Catch basins. This has an atrium grate, that's fine. Perforated pipe surrounded by gravel, that helps the water come in. Maybe you're collecting from the driveway, a channel drain or a pool drain. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're collecting your water, then you send this over, and of course this will attach to your sump pit. The pump lifts it up and carries it away. So it really is a basic process, something the homeowner can do, save you thousands of dollars. I mean, I set this up in what, 3 minutes? Yeah, there's a lot of labor involved coming up as we dig and trench, excavate, move dirt, lay pipe, all of those things. That's a lot of labor. But that's what you're paying for when you have a contractor come out and install a system. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.